fantastic drawing tools. I'm going to go ahead and open up my set here. And these are already sharpened for me. But when you're using your colored pencils, you might want to have a sharpener available. I like to use these handheld ones. They tend to sharpen a lot better. And also you might want to have an eraser because there's some techniques we can use with our erasers as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out a couple colors. I'm going to show you some different techniques of how to use our colored pencils. The first one I wanted to show you was a sharp. It says sharp point versus a dull point. So you don't always need a sharp pencil in order to get the effect that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and take a color here, and I'm going to show what it looks like when you're using a sharp point. You're going to get these finer lines when using your colored pencil. You can see the lines of it. Whereas if you have a dull pencil, and I'm going to kind of wear this one out, whereas if it's dull, it does not have a sharp point, it's going to create kind of a different effect. It might be hard to see on here, but it definitely looks a lot more, just a different texture. I don't know if you can see that. It almost looks cloudy the duller your pencil gets. Whereas like these are nice sharp crisp lines, whereas this is more like a foggy hazy line. I was almost using the tip of my pencil. You can get these really nice crisp lines in your drawing, whereas if you use the side of it or when it's dull, it's going to look a little bit different. I don't know if you can see that difference there. So those are some differences with our sharp versus our dull. Another way we can do is called a gradation. And I'm going to take a gradation is really the pressure that you are pushing down with your colored pencil. So if you want to start with a really dark color and gradually get lighter and lighter, you would start by pushing down nice and hard first with your colored pencil, pushing down as hard as you can to get a really nice dark color, and then try releasing your pressure and try to get it to go, and you move your hand at the same time. So it gradually will get lighter and lighter and lighter. It's almost like a value scale too. We've been practicing those over the last few years. So starting nice and dark, moving your hand as you're drawing will get this more gradual and gradual, and then when you get to the very end, it's almost like a feather. You can barely see it, and it gradually fades into this nice light blue. Love gradation. Blending is a lot of fun. Blending is going to be our next one. It's kind of like paint. You can blend your colors together. So I can take, let's say I want to color this area with my yellow. Then I'm going to take my blue in order to blend in with my yellow. And of course, what color is going to happen when I blend my blue in with my yellow? You got it. It creates a green. So you can actually blend the colors with your colored pencils. That looks really nice. I like that. And I like to kind of go back and forth, so adding a little bit more yellow on top of my blue, lifting up the pressure. You'll get more of a gradual change. Same with your blue. You can add your blue into your yellow again. More of a gradual change. Release your pressure. And that's nice. Ooh, that's fun. I like that. All right. Another way of using your colored pencils is something called hatching. And we actually did this with our marker demo as well, but when you do hatching, really it's like a diagonal line. So instead of going up, down, like this, that's not hatching, okay? That's not what you're doing. you're dragging and picking up the pencil. Dragging, picking it up. Drag, pick up. Drag, pick up. So it's like not a continuous line. They are separated. So this is called a hatch. And you can layer your hatching. Again, I'm not scribbling. I am picking it up, lifting, over, lifting, lifting. And notice they are going in the same direction. They are both going at a diagonal line. You can hatch going in any direction. So this would be a vertical hatch. Again, I'm not coloring. Up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. And then you have cross hatching. Is that same thing where you are picking it up, so you're doing the exact same thing, hatching, but then we're going to crisscross and go the other direction. So now I'm going to change the direction. I'm going to go this way. Notice that my lines are pretty close to each other. Getting a little bit dull. I'm going to go in here and sharpen. That's better. You can also layer when you are, I'll go ahead and write. You can layer your cross hatches as well. I see some kids do this a lot when they're trying to do their cross hatch. That is not cross hatching, okay? This is not cross hatching. You want to actually pick up your pencil like so, and then go the opposite direction. So it's like you're going in one direction first and then crossing the other direction. All right, last one I want to show you is going to be called, it's called the eraser. So there are some more techniques that you can research and find. These are just kind of the basics to get you started. And so you're not just using your colored pencils in one way to decorate your art. You can use them in a variety of different ways. So let's say I have my beautiful sky. And then this is called, I forgot to write it down, this is the eraser technique. So you actually take your eraser and go in and you can erase some of the marks. So I like to do this actually if you're making things like clouds. Because clouds are nice and subtle, more realistic. You can do it if you want to create patterns or just different, I guess, textures. Starting with a nice base, and you can use your eraser to kind of create different patterns on there. Yeah, that's fun. Like that. Oops, I'm a little off my paper. There you go. So friends, these are just a couple of ways that you can use the colored pencils. And again, there's lots of other ways out there, but those are some things to get you started. Have fun creating!